Okay, welcome to the third episode of Breaking 80 with Karol. Karol, how's it going?
It's going better.
It's going better.
It's going better.
Going better, yeah.
That's good then.
So we're here at the Grand. We're on the sixth hole, and we're going to be on a course session today. We're going to look at really how you play golf, which is obviously different to how we swing. We're going to look at how we can implement some of the things that we've done on the range, and then just look at the opportunities to go, well, look, how do we now just get better out here on the golf course? Club selection, decision making. Hopefully you're just going to be in some certain situations that you go, what do I do here?
Yeah.
We've got full swing. We're going to have a little look at this. This is mainly for yardages today.
Okay.
I mean, when we looked at this, it was 100 yards. And I said, what club are you going to use? And Karol looked at me, she went, pitching wedge. She was sort of asking me as well. But that's good, because what we're going to do today is look and go, okay, what is the right club? This one here, sixth hole, par 3, 100 yards to the flag. It's a little downhill. What club have we got?
I grabbed my pitching wedge, which we did use the full swing before, and we know that this is like my 98, 99, something like that. I think it was in the 90s. So I feel comfortable with it because, like you said, it's downhill. The pin is exactly 100 yards. So I feel like I can hopefully end up in front of the flag.
Okay.
Although that will leave me an uphill putt, but I'm okay with that.
That's good. That's good. Just talk me through, before we get started into this, talk me through then how you're going to play this shot. Talk me through your thinking, what your thoughts are, and then we'll execute it. So what's going through your mind?
In my perfect world, I'm going to draw the ball.
Yep.
And then hopefully it'll land short of the flag and maybe hopefully roll. We'll see. That's just in my head, my goal.
Where are you going to aim at any specific part? What's your thought on aim here?
Okay, so from right here, if my vision is, I don't know, ancient, but the green looks like it's elevated a little bit, like it's going to be a little bit of a hill.
Yeah.
I would like to realistically start my ball right, but now that I'm relooking at the flag, I'm like, if I hit it right, it might feed down.
Okay.
But then again, I can't tell if there's a little up on the left that I'm like, I could do that as well and make it roll right.
Okay.
But right now, in my head, mentally, I feel more comfortable starting the ball right, hopefully drawing it, and it'll go.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go with that. I don't want to overcomplicate it.
No.
Okay.
Do what you would normally do. I just wanted to get into your mind. So let's just
Okay, can you get out of it? Thank you.
Okay, now, line-wise, perfect.
It was perfect, but I could have clubbed up.
Could have clubbed up.
But I do think I hit that a little high.
How was the strike?
I didn't like it very much.
Okay. So what we've got there, if we look at the yardage on full swing, 81 yards.
Yeah, that's not good.
Luckily, your line's good. You've still
Yeah.
got a chance to obviously to make
Long
birds
putt.
from there.
Yeah.
But some definite sort of learnings from that we can take forward. But we're not
Okay.
going to go into too much now. But we'll work our way around, and then we'll talk some of the stuff regarding strategy anyway. Well, good start.
Okay. This is like such a weird green.
It is. You got it banking
It's
off the left.
so
you got it banking
weird.
off the right.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I'm just gonna try to go up the middle because this makes no sense. Because I mean, if I go this way, it's gonna obviously roll. If I go that way, it's gonna roll.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just need to get it close to the flag.
Okay, so we've got 45. I reckon 45 feet, Karol.
Yeah, it's long.
So you were just saying then, the line, it could, if you hit it left, it's going to bank off the left. If you hit it right, it's going to bank off the right. You're going to go pretty relatively straight.
Yeah, I'm not worried about which way it's gonna go. My percentage of making this in one is not, it's near impossible.
It's slim.
If I can get myself a 2-putt par, I think that's good.
And that's great. You know, from this distance, it's like, look, let's just give me a chance of just getting down into it. That's all you really want to do here. And yep, let's play this putt, and then we'll see.
And the greens are a little bit fluffy.
Yeah, just recovering from maintenance.
Oh, Karol, you need way more than that. But that actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, good. Again, great line. Just obviously, again, uphill.
Yeah, it's uphill. Oh, this is a fun one.
So what you're doing right now, would you normally do this?
So, I mean, it depends. If I'm being lazy, no. I still think I should go left.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Okay.
You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
When you're there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good putt.
Yeah, good putt.
Good putt.
It's a good.
We know the greens aren't great at the moment because of the maintenance they've just had
Right.
last week, so they're going to be a little bit. But what's really interesting with this is a lot of golfers in that situation there will be coming off the green and go, oh, I three-putted, my putting's rubbish. Well, think about the situation. It was a tough putt, it was slow, it was the first putt of the day. actually it was more the approach
Correct.
that was the problem. So the approach, you can say, well, I hit the green, but then I three-putted. Well, actually, you hit the green, but you were 45 feet away. So that's down to the approach, and we know why that is. We know that's the shot that you can sometimes get when it pops up a little bit.
Yeah.
Become better at that, and then if you'd have hit an average shot there with the distance and the right distance, it probably would have been around about here.
Okay, 7th hole, par 5. Driver's going to be unleashed on this one.
Yes.
If we think back to the driver lesson, feet wanted to go right, shoulders wanted to go left. We want to probably just apply the reverse of that. Feet left, shoulders right. But this is what I want to get into now. Important that you ask these questions when you're on the tee, whether it's a par 3 or par 4 or 5. First question, where do you not want to be on this hole?
Left.
Definitely don't want to be left. So that's important to know, because you go, well, okay, I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that I don't go left.
Yeah.
That now is going to push us probably a little bit more
Right.
to the right. Now we've got 200 yards to the bunker. How far does your driver go?
Like 220?
Okay, 220. So you can reach the bunker.
Yeah.
But the bunker's it's not desperate, because it's flat, it's wide open, it's not the worst place to be. So the ideal drive here would be obviously left of the bunker.
Somewhere on the fairway.
Somewhere on the fairway. But if you go too cute, brings the where you don't want to be in.
I actually, if I can, this bunker that I have straight ahead, I don't even want to look at that bunker. I want to look at this bunker and go, I want to go right of that bunker.
Which bunker are you talking about?
This one on my left side.
Okay.
So do you see those trees far ahead? The ones that have like the darker stem in the shade?
Yeah.
It's almost like I just want to follow that. I don't want to look at the bunkers, because I feel like if I start looking at those bunkers, I'm going to hit those bunkers.
Okay. Here's a really good discussion point here. If you aim at the trees in the distance, and then you pull it left, there's a good chance it could go
out OB.
OB.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what line gives you margin for error to miss left and right? So if you miss a shot, what line now gives you room for error?
Yeah, going right.
We've got like stacks of room right.
Right.
So if you were going for the perfect shot, which is in those trees, if you pull it.
Should I start at that bunker then? Do you want me to look at that bunker?
That's a great thing.
Okay.
Just because if you hit it in the bunker, not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If you pull it,
I'm in trouble.
you're in the middle of the fairway.
Okay.
If you push it, you're still safe.
Oh, you do that.
Okay. Now,
Beautiful. So good.
so there's a great example, right? There's a great example of you've missed where you're aiming,
Yeah.
where you've hit it bang in the middle of the fairway. Mm-hmm. If you'd have aimed square and pulled it,
No, I would have been in
If you'd
trouble.
aim where that ball finished, you'd be in the bunker.
Yeah,
at best.
it would have-
Maybe even left of it.
so we're perfect drive, 260,
So good.
261 to the
Thanks.
flag. Karol was like, okay, it's 3-wood. I was like, okay, maybe not. Let's discuss on this, because you've got 261, it's into the breeze as well.
Yeah.
Long way. Automatically you go 3-wood, which could still be the case. What if you're going to leave yourself a shot with inside 100 yards? What distance would be like the distance for you?
60.
60 yards.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So you need to hit a 200-yard shot.
Yeah.
What club is that?
3-wood.
3-wood. Okay. So
Just
it is, but we need to ask those questions
But the-
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most people just see 300 yards, I've got to hit my 3-wood, the longest club, because you've got to get down there, and sometimes they're left with like an awkward shot that they go, this 30-yard shot, I hate it. They'd rather have 70 yards, but they haven't thought sort of from the flag back, if that makes sense.
And if we have to, so the way I always look at this is, there's two things you need to understand. You know, what is the best shot that you're going to play from a skill set point of view? So like Andy said, you're saying 60 yards is perfect, that's your skill set, that's where you want to be. But then you need to look at the situation. So the situation on this one here is the flag is round the right, but I think it is deep enough for you to have enough room between that and the bunker. But if that flag is really close to the bunker, and you've got a 40-yard shot, let's say, and you're on the right,
Oh yeah, no.
guess what?
Yeah, that's scary.
You're probably going to walk off with a double. You know, there's a high chance of that. So it's almost like in this situation here, yes, what's the skill set that you want to match? So you want a 60-yard shot, but does the situation allow you to do that? But I think that flag's going to be okay.
Okay.
One thing I always like to talk about with this, and it's a really weird way of thinking about it, but I think it works really well. It's kind of like volleyball. In volleyball, you get 3 goes at knocking it back over. So par 5 is like volleyball. The first shot, you just don't want to mess it up. So when someone smashes that ball at you on your team, you've got to find some way of getting a hand on it just so you don't mess it up. This shot though It's about setting it right close to the net so you can smash it, and so this is about setting it in the right place so you can now attack with the next one. And like Andy says, a lot of golfers will get in this situation here and attack from here, and then they'll get down there and they'll be out of position. That kind of makes sense, yeah?
Yeah,
So this
no,
shot
that makes
is a
complete
pure
sense.
positional shot. You've hit a great drive, now put it in a good spot so you can attack on the third.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this girl go!
Look at this. Beautiful.
Great shot.
Okay, nice.
And now we're getting the benefit of even tracking it a little bit left on the ground, so it's a bit better view to the hole from there.
Okay.
This is impressive to see how your game is now.
I was gonna say, do you feel like a proud
good.
coach?
I'm
You've
proud.
seen me come a long way.
Well, we're not doing any technical stuff now. This is about game management.
Thanks.
This is way different.
Cool.
Okay. So, Karol, you were miles off there. You're 62 yards.
Yeah.
Not 60. But perfect. Look, you're in the right spot, as Pierce says now, to really, this is the aggressive play now. 62 yards to the flag. What are you thinking? Just talk me through what you're thinking.
Well, as we were walking down here, you know, we looked at the green, and what I don't want to do is hit long. And I would be in a much better position to end up short. So I grabbed my 52 and my 56, and I'm thinking my 56 might be the better option, because I don't know how much control right now I feel like I could get with my 52, but
yeah.
I don't, oh shoot.
Correct.
As you can see, I've lost control.
Okay. So here's the thing. You got 62 yards, breeze.
Toward, yeah.
So it's probably going to play more like 70.
Okay, so then 52 is not bad.
Potentially. But if you do hit it really well,
I might be in trouble.
You do bring in the risk. So this is really about risk management and go, well, look, if you were to hit just a nice strong 56 like we did in the pitching video, that goes about 70 yards.
Okay.
I think that's the perfect club in my mind, because we want to take out the danger of, if you hit this 55 yards, it's still
fine. Okay.
If you hit this 76 yards,
I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, you will know exactly how far it is to the back of the green.
Yeah.
So how much room you've got behind the flag. So this is what we're probably talking, we say 62 here. You've probably got about 65 yards, 66 yards for it to be in trouble. But with this wind, it's going to be hard for you to hit it that far.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Andy said, this is good. You hit this well, it's probably going to come up 15 feet short.
So you can be not aggressive with this, but you can just be comfortable with this.
Okay.
As the things that we talked about the other day in the lesson.
Positive.
Positive, Karol.
That might be too much. Or just enough.
Good. Okay. Now again, look at that beautiful strike. Nice little draw. You've hit it left of your spot, but you gave yourself margin for error.
Margin for
and
error.
The club
yeah.
was perfect because it took out. You thought that might have been too much, yeah?
Yeah, I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
I saw it go and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, and the wind just killed it. So we'll get up there and we'll have a look at that. But that was a great shot.
Thanks.
Look at the yardage.
62. All right, I got a nice little uphill putt again. I don't, again, see a dramatic movement.
What do you feel in the feet?
Feeling the feet. What I feel is a lot of uphill. I'm literally, this is a lot. Guys, I'm gonna come down like right, like from here, this is all uphill.
Yeah. It's an interesting question when he says, what do you feel in the feet? Do you often read greens by how your feet feel?
Yeah, when I walk up there, that's usually like when I start to notice it, because this and then on the way back.
Yeah.
Like I want to play this shot a little outside left, but not by much. This is not going to break a lot from what I think. And I'm also in a dead spot, which doesn't help.
Yeah.
I had it. I babied it. It was uphill. Why? I don't know why those uphill putts are just...
Great fired.
Thanks.
Yeah? Okay, one thing I just want to go through with you just quickly. This is a little bit on the putting, so you just stand ahead of me here. So one thing that I would love you to do, did it on the last one actually, on your rehearsals, your practice swing or your practice stroke, I'd love you to really get in tune with matching the stroke to the distance. So on the one that we had on the first one, it was 45 feet and your practice stroke was like this.
It was little, yeah.
So it didn't really tap into like, okay, well what sort of length? I know we've done a little bit on putting in the past where we talk about the stroke. I want you to be sort of looking at the hole and asking the question, so making a swing and going, is this going to get me? Is that stroke going to get it there? having a little bit of feel and go, okay, I feel like that's going to get it there. Some people are so focused on just doing a stroke, but they're not tuning into like, is this going to get me the distance that I need to do? Great par though, great opportunity for birdie, and now to go on to the hardest hole on the golf course.
Yay. Okay, so we have a 259 par 4. I talked to Andy and I was between two clubs. I could either try to hit a perfect shot 200 with my 3-wood. There's a possibility of more error, right? Which is what we're trying to work on with me looking at the course. And then, or I could take a safer route, which gives me less room for, or more room for error.
Yeah.
I can take my hybrid and hit like a 170, 180 shot. I think that's what we said.
And it leaves us like 100 yards in, 110 yards in.
So
the room for error then is big.
Which I would like, and I'm trying to work on, because I don't want to get aggressive and then I'm gonna get mad, and then I throw the hole and then I go straight to the bar. So I don't want to start drinking yet. It's still early, so I'm gonna go for the
midday somewhere.
Okay, then that's not too bad. But
so I think the key message here as well is that most people are planning for the perfect shot.
Yes.
Okay, I need to hit that perfect shot, but the problem is if they miss, which most people do, even the best players, they're screwed.
Yeah.
So it's like plan for a miss that needs room for error, but that makes sense. This one makes sense now because it means you've got a wide fairway, and if you miss it, you've got room for either side.
Which normally I would play to the perfect shot, which is, I'm not a tour player, so.
And the tour players do this better than most, and you think that they would do it less because you think that they're just going to go hunting for the flags.
Yeah.
But they know their tolerance is left and right, and go, what makes sense if I miss it right or left? What room have I got?
Okay.
Tour players just know what they're not good at a lot better, and they adhere to that when they play golf. Quick question. I wasn't privy to this conversation. Would you ever have hit driver here? If you'd have got, when you got to this tee and we weren't here, would you have ever pulled the driver?
No, only because when I look at this line, if my ball happens to go perfectly straight and doesn't want to draw, I am going 100% OB.
Yep.
Now, also looking at this visually, I don't know, for some reason in my mind, what if I pull it? Then I'm going to go OB this way. So that's two things I'm already worried about. I want to take those out of my head. I'd rather my ball be in play. I want to see it on the fairway nice and alive so I can go up there and hit it again.
Exactly. And if it's a 450 yard hole, then it's a different conversation.
Yeah, but it's not.
300 holes, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
So you got a hybrid there?
Yeah.
Is it a 2 or a 4?
It's a 3.
3.
Oops.
Carol had to look as well. She's like, hang on.
I forgot which one I put in my bag.
So we got wind is a little off the left. So bearing that in mind, where's the line that gives you margin for error?
Bunker, straight ahead.
Okay, bunker, yeah. Which part of the bunker? Left side or right side?
Right side.
Right side of the bunker. Okay, love it.
Ooh, I didn't hit that the best, but we're fine.
It's going to work well. It's going to bounce off that hill. It'll be good. Always comes down from there.
Great example again of you've missed the shot. Your alignment was cock on.
Yeah.
As we would say in England there.
I believe that's how I got pregnant, Andy. I don't want to be cock on anymore. Cut that out.
You're going to have to use that one yourself. That's an
oh my God.
But then you miss.
Woo.
That's the problem.
160 yards.
It's fine.
You're going to be left with 100 yards left.
I'm good with that. That's too funny. I'm just cock on.
Okay, another good, perfect shot. 118 to go. We've got down breeze uphill, which probably sort of balances that out in terms of distance. You said that you don't like this lie. You're like, oh, I don't like this lie. Why don't you like the lie?
Well, it's the ball. I mean, I'm slanted.
So you're on an uphill?
Uphill, yeah. So when I get into these shots, I get unsure of where the ball placement should be. If it should be further back in my stance, further front of the stance. Because normally I would want to play it further front.
Okay.
But knowing my swing handicap, I am not very good at transitioning my weight. So I am gonna hit it fat.
Correct.
Because I'm gonna go this way.
Correct.
So then I should probably put the ball further back.
That's one option. That's one. But you
One,
notice how you
one
coached
plus
yourself.
one is 2.
There we go.
Okay, that's perfect. So you just come here. Karol just perfectly described her tendency. Karol struggles to shift to that side. When you're on an upslope, it's going to encourage you to stay back.
Right.
So you can move the ball position back. That's potentially going to push the ball out to the right. So that's a possibility. All I would say, the one thing that I'd encourage you to do in this scenario is I would want to make sure that, if anything, you're going to have a bit more weight into the lead leg. So if we want to move back, we can just lean into the slope a little bit more to help us get more of that ball and then turf, as opposed to setting up like perpendicular to the slope. Does that make sense? So you can just lean with it, and you can move the ball a little back in the stance. It just helps guarantee that you can get ball, as opposed to your tendency, as we know, is here, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that's really good.
That's actually fantastic that you just worked all that out yourself. I'm smiling as you're talking, going, holy crap, she's figuring this all out. And putting all those pieces together is really hard, so I'm not condescending at all when I'm saying that. That's just class. Well done.
Here's the next part. We've got 118 to go, and you said this as well. I want to be big.
Yeah.
Most people would zap it and go 118.
Play it to the number.
There's a ridge there. The flag's on top of the ridge. We said that we want to probably be 125.
Yeah.
So just get it back. And there's a bit of a backstop at the back of the green here that helps us here. So sometimes it's like, instead of just zapping the flag, we go, well, where do I need to be safe really? We've got a flatter putt from the top. But also we need to factor in if we don't quite strike it. So what club carries 125 for you?
Guaranteed for me.
Is this the perfect one?
No.
No, I mean, if you...
This is to 125, yeah, if I hit it perfectly.
If you hit it perfectly, yeah?
Yes, but I know guaranteed my 7-iron, I could carry that.
Okay, so there's
without being
there's
worried.
the plan for the miss again, so we'll take the perfect one out of the way.
Another example of the new Karol.
Yeah, exactly. So now, but again, she's coached herself there based on...
Which this was the initial club I wanted to grab.
Okay.
Because I saw that it was, if I hit it long, it's 138. And so I was like, okay, but how can I find a happy medium between 125 and 138? So in my head, I went, okay, a 7-iron. But then you said 125, so I was like, okay, well, maybe not. But
Yeah, no, this is perfect. I think this is a good club, and it gives you margin for error. Have a look now in terms of your line. Where do you want to be? Flag's pretty central. Where do you want to actually pick your spot here?
Well, knowing this green, because I've played it before, I actually am okay being right side, because it feeds, if I can remember correctly, it'll feed to the left.
Okay. Okay. How was the strike?
I felt it a little bit thin, but with that lie that I had, I'm okay with it.
Great. If you'd have hit 8-iron, it wouldn't have made it.
No, it would have been short.
On 7. It's probably a touch short, but...
I don't even think I took a full backswing because I was so fixated on like not losing the weight on my left side.
Strike is key. You did exactly what you needed to do.
I guarantee you, old Karol would have hit an 8-iron, hit a good shot, front edge, short the green maybe, not got up and down, walked off with a bogey, get me a tequila quickly.
Yep.
But that's just literally by picking the 7-iron there, you've totally changed the game and what we can do. And here's the other thing as well. How often do you actually practice like this?
I don't, never.
There's no driving ranges like this, so we need to bear that in mind as well and go, it's going to be really hard to flush it off this lie. So just 7-iron, you could have even gone 6-iron.
So, okay, birdie chance then now. We've got about 20 feet.
Yeah.
Do you know roughly, here's a question for you, do you know roughly from 20 feet, what percentage, what do you think tour pros make as a percentage of these?
What 30?
Of 20 feet, what would you say?
30?
Probably closer to 15%.
Huh.
From 20 feet.
Yeah, it's hard.
So it's hard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, where's my 2-putt? I'm trying to set my 2-putt up.
2-putt is still great from here. If it goes in, it's an absolute...
I don't mind being longer on this. Like, I'd rather end up in front of the hole, so I can't leave it short.
But here's the question, here's the thing though. If you left it here, is that a bad shot?
No.
So don't worry about trying to get it long. Just try and get the pace that you feel is comfortable, that's all.
Okay.
But let's just now on this one, I want you to ask the question to yourself, is this practice swing going to get me there? And really tune into that pace. Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah, that feels good.
Okay, we're going to break a little, lovely.
Okay.
And there's your perfect pace, just a little past the hole.
Here's the really interesting thing here. How good was your tee shot? How good was the shot, the strike?
It wasn't good to me.
Yeah,
it was average.
How good was the second shot?
Average.
Average. And you walked off with a par on a tough hole. And you could have hit, the thing that we'll say all the time is you could have hit good shots. You could have hit one brilliant shot off the tee, But if it was the wrong shot, then you're in trouble. You could have hit a brilliant 8-iron there, and we keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But it would have been, you could have walked off with a bogey after hitting a brilliant 8-iron. How stupid is that you can play golf and actually hit good shots and walk off with bogeys?
I know.
Good players hit average shots and walk off with pars. Bad players hit good shots for them and walk off with bogeys. Such a repeatable pattern.
Yeah.
Because I'm just still thinking about that. But it makes sense. It makes sense. You've just played a couple of average
Thanks.
shots and still made par.
Okay.
Easy.
It was like, those are like backhanded compliments, but I'm gonna,
That's like we all do that. That's
You're like, you're not a trash can. You're just a trash can. You're a can.
Karol's just an average golfer. Amazing to see the progress today. Like, I think, let us know in the comments down below if you want us to do some more stuff with Karol. I think there's another video potential. Maybe I'll caddy for you for the whole round and
See what I shoot?
see what we shoot.
I think that's a good idea.
Guarantee it'll be in the 70s if that happens.
I think it's a good idea. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you can head over to Karol, Tequila at the Turn, Karol, Priscilla, all in the description. And we'll see you again soon.